Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. As you can see, as promised, there is another content video this week. I have worked on a set piece, in this case a house, or rather the entrance to a house. The video is a bit all over the place because I don't really have a way of going forward about these things. As you know, I'm usually mostly doing clothing or accessories or things around a character, but I'm not really working usually on something like a set piece or something similar like that. So in this case, I'm just really started wherever I felt I could start. And I started with the thing that first came to my mind, the walkway towards the house. You can see I'm using a very simple approach here. This is mainly just building a base shape and then using the extrusion tool to just differentiate the shape a bit. And after saving this the first time, I just went on with the next few pieces. I didn't really have I had a base idea of how I wanted the house to look, but I didn't have a full idea of how I wanted the whole set to work. So right now the set is not yet rigged. What I want to do is basically rig the door to open. That's the part that I want to rig. So I actually can do open and closed door depending on what I want to do in the scene. So yeah, I'm starting with very simple things for a bit broadening my content. I've done a few animations in between, which don't really work here, so I'm not going to show them. But I've also been busy in other regards working on my 3D content. So, but yeah, I've also worked on this set basically because I have to start somewhere with all the things. I did the train station. Now I'm building a house which I can use as outside the house, more or less. And also it has an inside room, so I can basically just also use this from the inside of the house with various angles. And I have to be careful with working the camera here. But yeah, overall this is just like a thing that I wanted to do. So we'll see about how the whole thing turns out in the end, what comes of it. Yeah, most of these things are just really blocks that I then transformed. Most of it is actually really the block or the simplest shape, or tubes or grids. So I'm not really going out of style here with anything. I'm still not really fully happy with the whole style of it. I'm looking for a more stylized approach here. This is like way too simple, way too, I want to say early 2000s. I don't know, it is too sterile. It is too picture perfect, if you want to say so. And yeah, I want to go for a bit more stylized approach, for a bit more round, a bit more crafty, interesting. So there's still stuff to do. I have to try out more. I have to build more set pieces and change a few things. For example, the door that I'm currently working on is much more in the shape where I actually want to go with all this. It's much more, it's more stylized, it's more simple, it's more in the style that I want to go. The roof also, the roof is in the style that I want to go, but the whole house in itself, the whole house is not really where I want to go with it. I want more rounder corners, rounder edges, not so hard cut, sterile surroundings. But this is something that I have to just try. What I know is that I also don't want to go super high poly with my models, but I guess if I want to go into a more stylized approach, I have to find a space in between yeah, this sterile thing and this perfectly round bubbly shape, somewhere in between. And this is basically the main issue. Yeah, by the way, what I'm doing there is basically a helping construct, which sadly doesn't really work as intended, but yeah. So I wanted to do the roof. The roof is basically copy-pasting itself over and over again. And I noticed relatively early that there is a copying issue, so I just have to copy the original every time. And then I noticed that I also, if I cut away the pieces at this spot and then copy paste them, that this doesn't really fully work as intended. So I had to just make adjustments. So this is the shape. The idea is the same as the roof from the train station. I just took a few more iterations on the connecting tool to give it a more distinct shape, and this works actually really well. I'm surprised how well this looks in the end, even in the render. I mean, you can obviously see in the render at the end and right now that there are what do you call it, clippings. There's clipping in the roof. It's definitely not perfect, and it's also just like two sides. The other two sides, which would be on the back, have no roof. That's because I want to have the chance to put the camera somewhere so I can see the room, without having to like remove the whole roof or something. So yeah, this is just for me because it's just a set piece. I just want to have like the chance to use the camera from here. I will most likely just add a few things like a ceiling in the room for later renders, which I will use as a separate object that I won't make on the video because it's relatively simple to make. But yeah, UV mapping is very, very simple, very, very flat. It's not really complex. The most complex thing is right now where I'm splitting the floor and the walls, because it's one object but I wanted two different textures on it, so I'm splitting this basically, and yeah, that's it. And I just did it so I could actually put in the windows with actually seeing what I'm doing, because everything is white and I have no idea what I'm actually looking at, especially in the front and the side views. So yeah, and as you can see, even on the back, this is very, very simple. This is not even a question how not complex this is. Yeah, and that's basically what I did over the last few days. I have worked on this set in 2 or 3 sittings. I think 2 sittings actually, and finished the whole set with all the pieces and all the textures, all the UV maps. So yeah, relatively happy with how this all turned out, and hopefully I will do some more come next year, so I won't be really making any more content this month and this year. Thanks for watching. I hope I'll see you guys, and thanks for watching. Stay healthy, stay safe, have a nice Christmas, have a nice New Year's Eve, and I'll see you guys hopefully in the next one.